Hey y'all, I cooked a turkey. You know, I maybe cook a turkey twice a year, Thanksgiving, another time of the year. And we had so much left over that I'm gonna take this turkey and I'm gonna make chicken noodle soup because this is really just a big chicken. Right, Eddie? So I did cut off Lulu some meat first because she does like her chicken. So now I'm going to take this whole bird, y'all, and I'm just going to stick it in my pot, press it down in there, and I'm going to cover it with water. And this recipe is on our website, and it's called the Lady and Sons Chicken Noodle Soup. And I formulated this maybe 20 years ago. Kari, my niece, Bubba's daughter, was sick. And she said, Aunt Paula, I want you to make a chicken noodle soup that kind of tastes like Chick-fil-A. I said, well, I've never seen their soup, but I'll sure try. So I formulated this. And she said, well, it's better. It's better than Chick-fil-A. So I'm going to start by boiling this carcass, and I'm leaving the skin on because I had a lot of seasoning in the skin. And when this is done to my liking, when I feel like I've got all the goodie out of this turkey as far as the flavors, then I'll come through and I'll take out the bones and the skin. So right now we're going with that. We're going with an onion, and I cooked this turkey with, I cooked the turkey with onions in the cavity, so we're gonna have a nice onion flavor to it. And Michael came in here and made him a turkey sandwich with a thigh. He loves dark meat. So I'm even going to put that good old bone back in there. There we go. So easy. And right now, I'm just going to salt and pepper it. And I'll come back in when it's time to move to the next step and show y'all what I do next. You know, I think I'm going to go ahead and add my bay leaves and let that flavor get in there good before I set this pot onto its own device. So I got salt and pepper, bay leaf, and let's see what I want. I'm going to go ahead and put some garlic powder in there. I'm going to be real generous with that. So now it's ready for us to give it its bath. Okay, y'all, I probably let this simmer on low probably a couple of hours. Now, if you were using a chicken, that wouldn't be necessary. Wouldn't take nearly as long, but I wanted to give this plenty of time to get that good, rich goodness out of that turkey. I'm going to let this cool so I can pull it apart and I'll cut it into pieces. But right now, I'm going to take my stock and I'm going to start putting my seasonings in it, should it need some more. But right now, I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. I just like the flavor that gives that pot of soup. And these are the noodles that I'm going to use. You can use any kind of noodle you want, but I kind of like this for chicken noodle soup. And then I'm going to be adding my carrots and my celery to this broth. And I'm just going to let it keep simmering while I'm picking a fight with that turkey. And it's gonna take me a while, y'all. But it's gonna be worth it. While I'm letting my turkey cook, y'all, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put my carrots in there. Now I'm using these peeled, cleaned carrots ready to go. So you can leave them in there whole. But I'm gonna come in and just cut them right in half so it'll fit on somebody's spoon. So there we go. That'll get a chance to pick up that nice Italian seasoning flavors. So you can put as much or as little as you want of your carrots. To me, this is so much better than bouillon cubes, that wet base. And this is just gonna reassure me that I have got that rich chicken flavor. This is made from roasted chicken. So I'm gonna give it a nice dollop or two. Now when you're using your wet bases, unless you've bought one with less salt, you'll want to be careful with your salt because this has salt in it. So there we go. Now I'm just going to cut up me some celery real quick like and throw that in. And then I'm going to start on that turkey, picking that turkey. Y'all, when I started as a bag lady, gosh, 1989, I would boil 8 chickens a day. And I could pick a chicken in my sleep. No lie. I felt like all I did was cook and pick chicken. So if you got folks that don't like celery, you can certainly cut this in smaller pieces. But I'm feeding all big folks, so they can live with the celery. I am cooking. Aunt Peggy just rode in on her Cadillac.
Sure did. And I want you to look at my new shoes here. Do you think that I will kill myself?
Kind of naughty. What could?
In these shoes, so I mean.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And slide. That's
yes, and that they'll come out from underneath you. So I would say go back to your reliable tennis shoes. Listen, I hear her coming with that walker. I said, uh-oh, I hear the Cadillac. She's got it cranked up. Yes, get out of those shoes as quick as you can, Auntie, before you put another crack in your butt. Right? Okay, that's it. So I'm going to simmer that and start on picking the chicken. Okie doke, I think some of it's cool enough. So I'm going to make sure that I take off any skin. I don't want anybody getting a piece of skin in their soup or veins or anything like that. So I'll remove all of that and then I'll just start cutting away.
And what you got cooking?
Well, I'm now picking the turkey, great.
Okay.
I'm picking the turkey.
You just get cleaning the bones, so you are.
I'm cleaning the bones.
Cut off. And when did you learn how and know how to cut up a chicken?
Well,
I
guess Grandma did. I guess your mama taught me. My granny. But, people don't know how to cut up chickens anymore because the grocery stores do it all for us.
Mm-hmm. Well, nobody taught me how to cut up one, and I still haven't learned.
You don't know how. Well, I was
Yes,
going to say,
thank
maybe
you.
it was you that taught me, but if you say you never learned,
No, it wasn't you. I was the one that had to go to the grocery store and buy the things.
and get them to cut it for you.
Like Eddie, are you gonna put us on air?
You gonna put us on there, Eddie?
Are you gonna show it on her show?
You ain't gonna show us, are you?
Maybe.
Good.
Oh, I'm telling you, I feel sorry for everybody that don't have a great great Aunt Peggy.
I'll tell y'all what, I feel sorry for myself.
Well, I don't waste your sorry on somebody else. Because you in good shape.
Well, when I'm chewing on my tongue, I know.
I'm
And
gonna-
that's the truth.
I'm gonna get you a mouth guard for that.
Well, you might have to.
I know, because I tell you all the time, you bite me
Oh,
tongue.
listen here, I get down on my tongue.
That's a nervous habit you've had for ever since I was a little girl.
Absolutely.
Y'all, this is looking good. Look, that's a dark stock from that turkey. And you see all the herbs on top of it? That's from the herbs that I put on the turkey to cook it with for starters. So I'm bringing it back to a bowl. Now, all this is kind of your decision that you have to make because nothing is really measured in this pot. It's all done by eye and taste. So I've got like 4 cups of noodles. And I'm gonna put them in, and I'm gonna cook them for about 7 to 9 minutes. And I might shake a little bit more in there because that's a big pot of soup. I'm certainly gonna have to share with folks because it's gonna be a pile. So I'm gonna let that cook for, I'd say, about 9 or 10 minutes. And then I'm going to put all my turkey meat, and I wish you would at this pile of turkey meat whacked up with. That was a pile. We didn't eat much off that turkey, did we, Eddie? You and me and Michael and Aunt Peggy, we maybe had 4 or 5 turkey sandwiches off of it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
In one meal. Okay, so I'm gonna, while the pasta's cooking, I'm gonna go in and look, this is the good dark meat off the turkey. I love the dark meat. Love, love, love it. And it really depends on, how thick you want your soup. I'm gonna probably wish I didn't put that second little shake of noodles in it, because it looks like it's getting thick already. And of course, those noodles will double in size. So you know what I might do with this one? I might take this pile and make us a chicken pot pie out of that, or a turkey pot pie. So give me about 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna show you how I finish this wonderful soup off. Hey y'all, I'm ready to finish up our chicken noodle soup, and I'm being entertained by Michael and Aunt Peggy. They are having a deep conversation, and Michael is telling her how to beat the odds of everything. So I'm chuckling over here.
Well, hold on. I might want to go sit in on that.
I grant you'd enjoy it, Eddie. All right, now all this is optional. Now I tasted my soup before I put the pasta in to make sure my seasoning was right. And now I finish it off with a little half and half or heavy cream, whatever you have. It doesn't take a whole bunch. But I just like the color it gives it. So there you go. And then I sprinkle it with a little grated Parmesan cheese. Ooh, and that cheese is good on top. Looks pretty good, doesn't it, Eddie?
Sure does.
All right, I'm going to give it a little taste. Where's my noodles? I wound up putting, yeah, it worked out great, y'all. With my noodles, it was a great guess. We may have a little bowl of chicken noodle soup as an appetizer before we have supper. You know it's hot. I might add a little cream to it just to cool it down a little bit. This is so good, y'all, and so comforting.
Did you feel real secure in that? Did you feel extra?
Wow. And this is really not, it's not hard to make at all, y'all. It just takes time to cook your poultry and pick it, but that's it. So delicious, so wonderful. Look at that. Now, it depends on your little tongue as to what you do. If you like thick soup, if you like yours real thick, then you may want to have less stock. But personally, I like when I'm eating soup, I want to make sure I have plenty of stock. I don't just reach down and get all the goods out of it. I like it just like this. It's Saturday afternoon and all's right with the world. And I just took my penicillin. Y'all have a great night. Love and best dishes, y'all.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.